gonna be the second option?
I think Williams may be higher on the list than him right now.
Yeah.
That Williams kid that got drafted last
who
year.
else would they have?
Yeah. He was. I think they call him J-Dub or some shit.
Yeah, Jalen Williams. He's nice, boy, cold, and you still got Giddey.
Yeah, I think J-Dub more suited as a third option, just off his skill set.
Okay.
Yeah,
and then
I don't know. I think it's tough because he's 7 foot and he's playing center, so it's tough to not have the ball run through the nigga. And Jay Will is kind of he nice, but I don't know. They both getting 15. They both about 15 a game, nigga. So Shay just gonna get that 30 piece, so it don't really matter.
Giddey gives up the ball enough for everybody to kind of eat too. You know, Giddey be passing enough to where everybody can kind of do their own thing.
That's true for sure. Let's transition, get into this first quarter. I think we ain't been able to do it yet, so I'm gonna just try to do it off rip. Nigga, stop playing. Yeah, we're gonna get into the season highlights, man. Season recap. By far, before we play this was the funniest season I ever watched in my whole life, brother.
This
was the funniest NBA season I've ever seen in my entire life, brother. I think so much shit happened this year. Let's get a little.
That Royce Young trade yesterday.
Okay. Let's get a little pieces of it. Get a little pieces.
Why would the Jazz do that?
You'll be playing with LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Load up on me. Come on, man.
I made the playoffs last year. They didn't.
Every time, man. Every time a nigga try to do it.
Suns and Mercury owner.
Every time a nigga try to do it, it don't fuck with a nigga, man. They not fucking with P. Let me see, man.
Man. He went to Philly too. James should stay.
Yeah, hey. You know what?
There we go.
Pat Bev did. Pat Bev did.
That Royce Young trade yesterday.
Okay.
It's a very strange trade. Why would the Jazz do that?
You'll be playing with LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
This shit is cap.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Can y'all see it?
Breaking news out of the NBA. They have
I'm looking at the Pat
Phoenix Suns and Mercury owner Robert Sarver for
I'm behind.
him $10 million.
I see it. The Suns joint playing for me.
Workplace misconduct.
And now head coach Ime Udoka is suspended for the entire season.
Oh yeah.
In the West.
Ime.
I'm fine in the West.
They say they all be capping in front of her too on interviews.
I was wrong for my actions that took place on
We
Wednesday.
suck this
Memphis Grizzlies pack right now. This is the moment at the beginning of the season.
They did not need to show that.
Physical defense. It wears you down. Now Irving sees a seam, drops it off. Simmons dishes.
But again, Steve Nash out as head coach of the Nets. Jacques Vaughn will be
I forgot Steve was coaching that year.
It's not
beginning
out
of the
there
year.
for a living, right?
Right, but my stuff
Great.
is
So
not
let's move on.
filled
Let's
with
move on.
anti-Semitic
Let's
stuff.
move on. Don't dehumanize me up here.
I'm not doing
I'm
that.
another
You're
human
free
being.
to post
I can post whatever I want. So say that and shut it down and move on to the next question.
The Brooklyn Nets suspending Irving for at least 5 games without pay after he refused to apologize for posting a link to a documentary that denies the Holocaust.
Oh,
to Durant. The fake.
Get up, boy.
Ooh. Man, them pisses too.
And we're tied at 123. No timeouts here for
Yeah.
Fox. 2.
Gotta show this.
Go.
Hit that J.
Another one?
Oh, Fox had a few of them things.
Yeah. The white velvet.
Yeah.
Like the beam, huh?
Like the beam.
Tonight you used impressive dribbling skills to successfully fake out your opponents.
That nigga said, huh? This the funniest season, bro.
Bro, this was
the ladder shit was good.
This was all this year, bro.
And what are your emotions
I forgot.
Ready to play?
Benny.
Something going on?
That's 6'10" from LSU and now in the Ben Simmons.
You know you're gonna get booed.
The return to Philadelphia.
You almost hit that nigga with some shit though. Oh, they ain't need to show that.
Yeah, man, they disrespected.
It's over. Pels.
Damn on him. Stupid ass.
I love that.
This is the beat.
I love that.
That nigga said, fuck out of here, nigga. That was before that nigga was fuck out of here and some pussy.
Oh.
Big thing here is where the folks catch this.
Yeah.
Shea gets it, spins away.
Get the soul.
Shea puts it in and walks it off in OKC.
That nigga tough to guard one-on-one.
Had a clean look. Here comes Aaron Gordon the other way.
Oh yeah.
Gordon. Oh my goodness.
God
I was
damn.
watching that game.
They called a charge too. They had to review that joint.
This was crazy.
Oh, this is the best game of the year. Luka, hella ugly.
It's never been done in NBA history. A 60-point, 20-rebound triple-double. 60 points.
60?
Never happened, baby. How's it feel right now?
I'm tired as hell.
I need a recovery beer. 4 seconds.
I need a recovery beer.
He missed it.
That was his 70 game, right?
It was. Yeah, that nigga did all that too. Oh yeah.
Gang.
They ain't even show this game for, but it's cool. I show some love to the Kings.
No timeouts for the Jazz. Marketing.
Called it.
Oh, I remember that.
That's some bullshit.
He didn't get the shot off.
Roy had a wild little run.
There, Skyborn and
That was crazy. Bones.
Nigga hella ugly.
Brought to you by Zions Bank, the official bank of
Gucci.
Utah Jazz. Now that's the way maybe the future of refereeing will be.
Nigga woo up.
Morant against McConnell. Pick and roll.
Damn.
Morant.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Caught, bro.
God damn.
Jokic backs up.
Oh, that catapult shot. That shit.
Oh, nigga did not need a step back.
Knicks just need 2. 5 seconds remaining. Barrett brings it up. Barrett on the drive. Goes inside. He throws it down. It's tied. Defense by Boston. Oh, and now
Who would call timeout?
Got it.
On their logo. Muted. So we are on. We're recording now.
Hey. Alrighty, how are you doing?
I'm chilling.
You
How are you?
good? I'm good. Chilling.
How are you?
Hey everybody. So this is episode 2 of J&J. So let's get it cracking.
Good relationship. What was you on? How's your week been so far?
It's been good.
Well, it's Monday.
I know.
So last week, give us the rundown. How was your week last week?
It was good. Kind of like emotionally exhausting, just a bit. Had some like tough conversations with some people, but like necessary.
Yeah.
Band-Aids ripped off in a loving way, and but yeah, I feel like lighter after the conversation was out.
How's your mental health on a scale of 1 to 10 this week? How would you grade it?
Scale of 1 to 10. It's like an 8.
8.
It's pretty good.
How's your happiness level 1 to 10?
Like an 8.
Like an 8.
Like it could be better.
How's your stress level from a 1 to 10?
10.
So you're stressing.
Low key.
But you happy.
I try to be.
Oh, so is it real happiness or is it like I'm just happy so we can move on happy? But are you like actually happy?
I am happy, but I'm not like fully happy with where I'm at right now in my life. So, just like trying to make moves and figure things out.
Yeah.
So it's just like that's the thing. So I'm happy with where I'm at because I always try to find like gratitude in everything that I'm doing. But like we can always do better, be better.
Can always evolve.
Yeah. But how about you? How was your week?
My week was cool. It was cool. Just was what I did. Oh, I went to Mexico.
Ooh.
So
for the first time.
For the first time.
How was it?
Vibes. It was hot as fuck.
Really? Like hotter than here?
Oh, what? That shit's Houston. I was like sweating as soon as I stepped outside. Like, you had never been? You went to the South?
I've been to the South. Yeah.
And it's just humid.
It's nasty, sticky.
It's that, and it's like all day, and it's like however you think Miami. You've been to like Florida?
I have been to Miami.
Okay, their weather is Mexico weather, but it's just like heightened, like a tad bit. You know what I mean? So Florida is at like a 10 of like your terrible weather scale.
Right.
Then Mexico's like 12. Because it's just heightened. You know what I mean? But it was a vibe.
Did you get in the water at least?
I did swim.
Did you?
I did
in the
swim.
pool or in the ocean?
I am not swimming in no ocean.
It
was like we did this. We did like this ATV. Like we took ATVs
on
and
the
like
beach?
No, it was like through the jungle pretty much.
That's dope as hell.
And like where they shot the Predator movie, like back in the 1987 Predator movie. So we went there, and then there's like this laguna over there, and so they like let us chill for like an hour, eat and shit. So I jumped in the water.
Really?
Yeah.
You weren't like nervous? Scared of what was in the water?
No, I mean it's rocks. It's a laguna, so it's not like it's like a restaurant, and then like the restaurant's outside of like the waterfall type, like a hot spring.
That's super freaking nice.
Like it was like it's nothing to be scared of, other than you jumping into the water. You know
right,
what I mean?
And not showing like how cold it is, type of a thing.
Nah, like just the height.
Oh,
it's pretty high up there.
It is.
It was for a nigga ain't swim. I ain't swam in good 10 years.
So you're like, wait, let me see if I remember this.
I remember how to swim. I'm in there. But I ain't like, getting my hair wet and all that. I was like,
And then gotta shampoo and wash it. Yeah, it's a process afterwards. People don't understand.
Right.
Would you go back?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
I want to
maybe a different part.
Where the food's better. I went and the food was shit. The food was shit and it was hot, so it may not sound like I had a good time, but it did.
Those are two big
Those are two major components
of a trip.
Yeah, but the food was shit. I tried oysters for the first time.
Did you?
I did.
How'd you have them?
Put a little hot sauce on there, a little salsa verde. You know what I'm saying? A little salt and salsa verde and some lime. You know what I mean?
Lime and everything?
Yeah.
You weren't nervous to like eat it?
Like
the texture?
I'm gonna try it. They told me not to bite it. Like you don't chew.
You don't chew an oyster? I've never had an oyster before.
You don't chew it. You swallow it. So the texture is not necessarily bad because you're not chewing it. Texture is only really bad because you're chewing it,
That makes sense.
So if you're not chewing it, you kind of just swallow it. It's like, it was weird at first because you have to swallow the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, damn, like it's got stuck low key. Hello, like I feel like I'm choking. But then once it went, and then I ate another one, and it was easy.
Oh, okay. Do you like the flavor of it though? Because it sounded like the salsa verde.
It just literally tastes like whatever you put on there.
Oh, so like a mushroom.
It doesn't taste like nothing. It tastes I didn't bite it. So what I ate, what I tasted was just fresh,
all the stuff,
like freshness, with all the shit, with all the lime hot sauce.
That makes me so nervous.
Why? I'm one of the pickiest eaters in the world. So
very true.
If I eat it, you're gonna like it.
All right.
It wasn't bad.
Well, I mean, I can't have it though. I'm allergic.
Shellfish.
I know. So
that sucks.
I know it's awful because like they make fried oysters too. That I heard is really good.
I don't know how that happened.
I don't know either.
I don't think I want that.
But I'm like really proud of you for like exploring out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And like trying new foods and shit.
Try new foods. Hot, sweating, new hairstyles.
Yeah. I feel like
did a lot.
You did.
It was a lot.
I say next time, like, try Cabo. They had a really good food.
Yeah.
Outside of the resort.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, like outside of it.
When you go outside the resorts areas, then you get the better shit.
Exactly. But then, okay, so that was Mexico. How long were you out there for? Like a few days?
Yeah, I think Thursday to left Monday morning.
Yeah.
Or Friday to Monday morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then, how was it coming back? How was your?
It was cool. It was a vibe. It was easy. Went through customs. Did the whole shebang.
Such a wench.
Yeah, I was nervous coming back. I will say.
Why? Because you didn't think you was gonna come back in?
Nah, because they just be asking you questions and then you have to question the shit that you know is a fact.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You question the truth.
True.
Oh, where'd you go to Mexico for? Or did you buy anything? And I was like, no, I didn't buy anything. And he's like, you didn't buy nothing in Mexico? And then you start thinking
well, shit, did I buy
something in Mexico? So but it was cool.
Yeah.
It was a vibe. And I didn't have no problems or nothing. I don't have my passport, so.
Oh, you went without a passport?
Yeah. Went with ID.
Fuck?
Cheers.
Yo.
It's easy though. I don't even think it's I didn't go to a place. I guess I didn't need a passport.
Maybe. Oh, that's pretty dope.
I just went to Puerto Vallarta. I did have to get on a plane.
Right. Huh. Well, that's good to know. Put in my back pocket. I think the trippiest thing about customs though was this security dude called my girlfriend's name and he didn't even see her ID, nothing, but he knew
who she was.
Knew her name.
That's
so we're
true.
Do they have a screen that scans your face and all that?
That's crazy.
I don't know, but you had a good week though. Yeah. After coming back and everything.
Yeah, just work, finished the album, straight to it.
I'm excited to hear.
It's gonna be a vibe.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a vibe.
I love it. Anything interesting happen?
As far as what, this week?
For the week and stuff?
No. Just slaving.
Yeah.
Just getting it in, just getting back. You're making up for all the shit I didn't do.
Right. No, I feel that. Well, something interesting on my end happened.
Let's go. Let's talk about it.
I want to get your opinion on it, but overall, it's about the cycle. But to start it with a scenario, pretty much I ran into this girl, complimented her on her dress. She looked super, super cute. It was me and my best friend. We were out having dinner and stuff like that. And we complimented her because she had this cute little silk dress on. And she starts crying. Legitimately starts crying and says how she got stood up. And we're like, oh shit, oh my god, I'm so sorry, X, Y, and Z. She's like, yeah, this isn't the first time this has happened. This happened about this, maybe the fourth time this has happened with somebody. One of my friends that hooked me up with someone, this is the fourth time that's happened. And it sucks. And kind of giving her words of encouragement of well, don't give up. That was just that person. You know what I mean? You're beautiful. I'm sure you're a good person inside and out and everything like that. She was like, can I hug you? And I was like, yeah, I don't know you, but sure, I'll give you a hug or whatever. And
real girl shit.
Yeah, I'm a girl's girl. If you're a female and you see another female that looks good, compliment them. Let them know that they look good, that their makeup looks bomb. That girl, you put that lip liner on phenomenally. The blends and everything.
Niggas don't do that, so I can't.
You guys don't do that?
I mean, if I like a nigga's shoes.
But that's it. But you don't say oh, you look fresh. You look
I mean, it depends.
Saucy,
it depends. It depends. They do. I ain't gonna lie. They do.
Do you though?
No.
You want even if you.
If I like a nigga's fit, then I'll say something. But if I'm that's the extent of what I'm gonna say to you.
Is what? Wait. Oh, it's I like your fit.
Yeah, oh, your jacket's hard or your shoes are fire, pants are dope.
Men should do that more often.
Do what?
Compliment each other.
What is a nigga gonna say? Oh, I like your face. What is he gonna? What can he say?
Well, I'm saying oh, you look good, dude. You're a good-looking dude. Is that weird to say to another dude? I mean, I guess so. I'm thinking about it.
For me, yeah,
You're I'm not trying to get at you.
Me personally, I'm,
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with my sexuality, but
Very true.
I'm not gonna just go up to a random nigga and be like,
You look nice.
You look good. That's crazy. That's real crazy.
I guess. Aw. Well, I guess the jacket and the shoes thing and the fit is
Just compliment to something.
Yeah, like, you know. Well, women do it all the time, and I love it. I encourage it. But yeah, so like a compliment around that and everything like that. But what me and my girlfriend were talking about at dinner, because was the cycle of, is she going to continue to date with hopes of finding that person and just ignore everything she just went through? Or is she going to say, like, I'm done with this. F this. I'm going to be what society considers a... I don't even know if they consider that a hoe nowadays. Like...
Free.
Like, you're free doing your own thing. Like, I don't think it's labeled as a hoe like in the 90s it was. But, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It sucks. Because it's just like, okay, that cycle starts. Or, like, what is your view on that?
I mean, I feel like... I mean, it's just the nature of life. So that always happens. You have, you know, the dude, for example, like every player was once a good nigga, a good dude, you know what I mean? So you have those stereotypes or those facts or whatever you want to look at it. I think it just kind of comes with the territory. I think if you're not mentally strong, and this may be a hot take, may not be, I think if you're not mentally strong to be okay with rejection, then you probably don't need to be dating. And until you're comfortable with being okay with not being somebody's somebody, then I think you should, you know, really learn to love yourself and figure that out first. Because that kind of goes into the thing. Like, I understand the annoyance of being stood up and her crying and stuff like that.
It was heartbreaking.
Right, but I feel like, I mean, is it heartbreaking if you know your worth?
I mean...
I get the concept. Heartbreaking, though. You're saying heartbroken.
I mean...
Versus...
Because could you imagine, like, the frustration? Like, you're...
That's different.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, you caught me.
That's different. Being frustrated, being angry, being upset, okay, that's justified. You just took all your time getting ready, put on a fit. You know, I get that. I get you being upset about being stood up.
Yeah.
Crying.
But on the fourth one, though? On the fourth one?
It doesn't matter. I understand why you cried.
Right.
But are you going to cry if you know your worth? Would you cry? If you got stood up 4 times in a row, would you cry?
My feelings would be hurt for sure.
Would you cry?
A tear might shed. It might shed.
Okay.
A tear might shed. Just because
I don't know. So.
I think it's not so much for me. I don't think it's not so much for worth of my worth. It's just like again, like going back to the whole frustration thing. Maybe not heartbreak, but frustrated. Of like, fuck, is there a good dude out here? Like, am I going to run into that one dude?
So being stood up means that there's not a good dude? Does that mean that because you got stood up, there's no good dudes?
I'm not saying there's
not you,
none.
but in the situation.
No, in the scenario, right.
I don't think one correlates with the other. I think there still are.
You don't?
No. You don't know this woman.
I know, but I'm
you
just
don't
saying,
know this woman at all from a can of paint.
But let me ask you this.
So she could be very what you saw from the outside.
True.
Cute, beautiful, whatever. Inside, she could be a nutcase.
No, I know. And
so to say to just classify all niggas aren't shit.
No, I'm not saying that.
Because this particular woman got stood up 4 times. I don't know. I'm not saying let's place the blame on the woman either, because maybe nothing is wrong with her. But I do. Okay, I'll say this.
Go ahead.
I think that there are reasons why things happen. I don't think shit just happens to just because shit happens.
That's fair.
So if you shooting for the stars, I don't know what she looked like, but you're a very nice person. I know you.
No. But
I know you.
Okay, I know. But when I'm telling you she was pretty, like, body, everything, like, she was pretty.
Okay, so then, you know, I don't know.
But it's funny,
I have my theories.
Well, no.
I don't know.
But it's funny because, like, what you're saying, Dre, who's my girl best friend.
But we're both Virgos also.
No, she's not. She's a Leo.
She's a Leo.
She's a Leo.
That's right.
Hi, Dre.
Shut out.
She said the same thing you said, which was, I feel bad, but then I'm like, speaking as I'm Dre.
Yeah.
What did she do?
Yeah.
Like, what's
4 times is crazy.
You know,
4 times is crazy, and it's hard for me to think that And even if it is, and let's speak in the perspective that these niggas just stood her up.
Right, okay.
Let's just speak in this perspective. I don't feel bad because niggas get stood up every day, B. That's life. Niggas get stood up every day. It could be a nigga who just simply walks up to a girl, you beautiful. Oh, thank you. We don't feel bad for buddy.
That's not stood up though.
What you mean?
Is it stood up?
I mean, we talking about dates and sitting there. No, that's not the same thing. But it is getting stood up in a way. But
basically, you get kind of dissed every day.
You get dissed. It's just a diss. It's just I don't want to show up. I don't want to show up to what you're doing, or we made plans. I don't want to hold up to it. Now, granted, 4 times is crazy, and I don't think she. I don't. I think she will. I think she's not mentally strong enough to be dating. So, I think it doesn't matter what our opinion is. I think it really just, in hindsight, I don't think that she's strong enough to be dating. Because even if those 4 dudes came, and those 4 dudes came on a date, and because a date is,
give me your definition. Go ahead.
We spending our money for you, whatever that is, to make you feel comfortable, right? Because it's about the comfort. It's about a comfort level thing.
Yeah, that's a shivers thing.
Right.
You're a gentleman, so hey.
So going out, boom. Now, if let's say, I don't feel like there could be multiple reasons why I don't feel like going on this date right now.
Have you ever stood somebody up? No judgment.
No, I don't go on dates personally.
You did say that last episode. You did say that.
I don't go on dates. Not on the first date. Like we'll go on dates, but like that's after
getting to know.
We build a rapport and
vibe.
Like the vibe and like, cause I'm really big into vibes and energy. So if you are feeling like you can't even
hold a conversation and just
be around or like you know what I mean, we have to be doing something for you to feel comfortable. Like you're not for me already, because there are times where I don't want to do shit. You know what I mean? And
chill,
I don't want to do nothing. So, like, if you can't do that, then
I'll be bouncing off the walls. Yeah. Like, let's go. No. Okay. Yeah, because I haven't. Thank God. Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
you stood somebody up?
No, I've never stood anybody up. Like, now have I rearranged plans?
But is flaking standing somebody up? I think it is. I get more mad when somebody flakes on me than if I went somewhere and you just didn't show up.
So you rather no warning? You rather just?
Well, because you're gonna lie, and I can't catch you in a lie other than me knowing you're lying. So you're gonna lie. So right. So then there's that. But if you flake on me, like that is like
a form of
like a
stood up.
Like a big form to me, more than like just actually just. Because you could have had an accident, you ran out of gas, you try to do your makeup, your shit look like shit, so you're like, man, I ain't going.
I look bloated as hell.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of different variables to it. But, like, if we done made plans on Monday, and it's the kicking on Thursday,
and
it's Wednesday,
and I'm like, ooh, I don't know.
And then I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see you. And you're like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to see you, too. Then Monday come.
You mean Thursday come?
Thursday come, and you know what I mean?
And be like, oh, I'm so sorry.
This came up with it. I'm liable to be like, all right.
Is there any way we could change this to
You can just delete my number, for real.
No, that I've done. I'm not going to lie. Well, I mean, I haven't flaked. Well, would this be considered flaking? Rescheduling? Is that flaking?
That is the same as flaking, because did you actually reschedule? No, you just said that in a nice format.
I've rescheduled. But then there's sometimes I've flaked. Where I'm just like,
can we do this day? And still didn't go.
Yeah, that's happened once or twice.
That's flaking.
It's happened.
No, it's okay.
I'm very sincere and apologetic about it for sure. But I've never stood someone up, though.
That is standing somebody up. There's different formats.
Okay, I've never have
You went to a date, ghosted
somebody.
I don't think I have either.
After making a plan.
I think that's, it's disrespectful.
Yeah, because, like, hearing
Just don't care about that person, for real.
Yeah, no, because, like...
But if she's going... That's why I said, it's like, who are you shooting at? What stars are you trying to shoot at?
But that's what we were talking about last week. Remember when homie was like, I'm a good dude. I'm dating,
right?
And I'm getting women that don't appreciate the flowers and blah blah blah.
Right.
Blah.
That's because you shooting for
for the wrong
ones.
Wrong shot.
So what shot is she shooting at? Are these 4 niggas NBA players or NFL players that are here from the Cowboys here for the weekend? And if it is, then you can't be mad. Like, I mean, it just depends. You know what I mean? And so the fact that my advice to Shorty would be, learn to love yourself, focus on the things that you need to focus on to make yourself happy.
Yeah.
And if a nigga stood you up, if you were as beautiful as she says, then what is it to sit at the bar and go talk to somebody else?
And no, but that's what she said she was gonna do. So I hope she did it.
Yeah, I mean, but then what is you crying about?
I think it's just the frustration. I feel like there's people out here that
she probably
really
wouldn't have cried until you unless she said something.
Low key, because when she was walking, I couldn't tell if she was like on the verge. But I think when
giving a compliment, you kind of just said
I put the last hair on the camel's back. That kind of.
She said, "I'm beautiful." I know, bitch. I am.
But I got stood up. Like, what the fuck? Like,
That's real. That's real.
So, I just felt really bad for Shorty, and like you said, definitely take the time to like love you, love on you, and there's other people. Just block that person who did that though. I wouldn't give that person another chance.
You wouldn't?
No.
If they stood you up?
No.
What if something happened?
I'm gonna be nice and I'll keep it open for you to then show me that something legitimately happened. Because that shit happened to me one time. Long story short, way back when I was young and dumb. I was like 21.
They lied to you?
No, so basically, you know when you date somebody or you're like with them, like boyfriend, girlfriend stuff, you know their patterns.
Yeah.
You know they text, you know they talk, X, Y, and Z.
For sure.
Their schedule pretty much like on point. And homie didn't text me after practice.
You're kind of crazy, huh?
I'm not crazy. I am not crazy. My whole thing is I don't like switch ups. Don't switch up on me.
You kind of crazy, huh?
No, I'm not. My thing is just don't switch up on me. If you text me after you get out of practice
every day,
then but you set that up, not me. I didn't set that up.
I get you.
I went with.
But my phone could die.
It could have. So again, I was young and I was hot headed. So I was hot. I was like, what the, like X, Y, and Z. We've had problems before. So that insecurity got built up.
Right. It was built in.
So I'm thinking like, oh, this dude is with another female after practice.
Was
like
he?
X, Y, and Z. No.
Where was he, at home?
The hospital.
So did you feel bad?
Oh, I felt terrible. So that's why now.
So that's why I asked you, are you crazy?
So wait, no.
Because.
Not now. Now I'm not crazy. So now.
Then.
Oh, then.
That jazz, were you crazy? Would you consider that jazz crazy?
She had a little sprinkle.
So was you Cardi B throwing mics at niggas or what?
Nah.
Not that crazy?
No, I'm not that like quick with it. Cardi B quick with it. And I love that about her. I love that about Cardi.
She popped that shit fast.
Oh, like that was like no hesitation type of thing. Like her in a boxing ring, Jesus, like bah, like real quick.
Right.
But yeah, no, I was very like I just didn't want to be cheated on.
So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you feel that the cycle, as far as, because I know why niggas have the cycle, like why the good guy turned bad, all that. I get that. Why do you think the good girl turns bad girl is a thing?
Oh, I went through that process.
Speak on it if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind. Got tired of getting cheated on and getting played. Being in 3-4 year relationships to then, and mind you, I forgave this person, so I'm literally just saying it just to be funny and facetious about it. But like being with somebody for 3-4 years to find out they're on Tinder and what? Like, why am I sitting here wasting my time with someone who's got caught not just once, not just twice?
But why does somebody? Let me ask you a deep question. Why does somebody else's actions make you change who you are or what you wanted in life?
Well, because I feel like Jasmine Sullivan said the best in her song with her. Why am I blanking on this song? where she's like, you gonna make a hoe out of me? Mm-hmm. Because it's just like, at that age, you're already fighting as a woman like so many battles, and that's why I'm like really excited about this like Barbie movie and stuff, because I think they really hit on this point, which is like, women, it's a lot to be a woman, like it's a lot to be a girl, and I'm not saying it's not a lot to be a dude either. I'm not taking anything away, a lot more, but like, you come through body image now, like okay, like you know, curvy BBLs and all that shit is the thing, and so now like I'm getting, and I'm just putting it on me as an example just to make the story easy, but like I'm not curvy like that, but yet I'm getting basically cheated on by this dude that supposedly says he loves me and wants to be with me, and like it's just like, what the fuck? So okay, now my body's not right. Mind you, you're young. Because this happens when you're young. I don't think this happens when you're mid-20s or like late 20s, early 30s. Because at that point, you've already been through the cycle already. Mm-hmm. But when you're 18, 19, 20 years old, you're thinking like, okay, how can I be so attractive to this like the opposite sex or whoever you're like attracted to or whatever, you know? And then that doesn't work. But then now I gotta make sure like I'm book smart and making sure I can take care of myself at the same time, but yet be soft with the dude, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm too masculine and got my shit too together. So, but you're an overthinker. I am an overthinker. Do you think? I asked you a simple question. I know you didn't. I just went deep. As fuck. and I love you for it. But what I'm asking is do you think niggas think that complicated? I don't. I think you guys just. Okay, from a woman's perspective on a guy's thing, is like, I feel like you guys might date 3-4 women that might not appreciate the nice guy and appreciate the time, money, and effort that it takes to plan dates and stuff. And when that's not appreciated, y'all just say, fuck it. Like, I'm gonna do me, hang out with my homies until I find a shorty that I think is worth it, then for sure. If not, yo, we can have fun, we can have good times. But that's the same thing for a woman, though. It's just like, I went through a whole bunch of, dudes, but I've dated dudes. Yeah. None have worked out for me. This isn't working. So I'm this pattern that I've been on is not working. So now I'm going to switch. Now I am going to be, and I read this book, and I think it's a bomb fucking book for women to read, Why Men Love Bitches. I think it's a great book. But why do men love bitches? I want to know what the book says. It's a great fucking book. What's the synopsis? Well, really, for the book, bitch means like a woman that's not gonna be like the run over, pushover girl. Mm-hmm. I have my healthy boundaries. This is what it is. I can communicate with you, like, obviously softly and directly at the same time, and let you know, like, these are not my boundaries. Like, these are my boundaries. Yeah. So if, let's say, what was one example? So let's say I like consistency. If you show me within 2-3 months of us dating that you cannot be consistent, sorry, my dude, you're a good dude, but you're not my dude. Right. And which I think it should be, but I think it goes to what my question kind of when I was asking. You know what you want. Yeah. And you know who doesn't provide that thing for you. And so why keep looking or hoping that you can either not necessarily change? Like, that's why I get confused on somebody else doing something that can change your way of who you are. You know what I mean? Because it goes back to that girl. Like, okay, 18, 19, whatever. You may not understand or know or you know you still figure out yourself. Exactly. Yeah. What you like or what you don't like. So I get that. But, like, I'm talking more so, like, as we get older and, like, the narrative is niggas ain't shit. And I'm just like, okay, like, this narrative that is created is, like, there's not a good guys, there's not this. There's a bunch of Kevin Samuels or Andrew Tate's in the world, you know what I mean? The narrative is crazy. So it's like, yeah, it is low key. Like, okay, so where do we start placing blame on the things that we need to place blame on, which is like self. I know where niggas get their hoe streak,
But that even I'm speaking to niggas. Like I really feel like that's even themselves.
Well,
like
explain that, because I'm a woman. I don't know this. I'm not in a man.
Guys get their hoe streak because the girl broke their heart. So, for my example, right? Like 13-year-old Jay got this girl Betty Johnson watch.
Super cute back then.
Popping back then.
Yeah.
Betty Johnson watch. Went in went to her house, cooked her fucking dinner or breakfast with her mom.
And you were 13?
Like 13, 14.
Oh.
Doing all that, boom. Shorty ain't even come to the crib. I'm in there eating with the moms. I'm in there motherfucking. Right. Then Shorty come in, walk in. I'm like, okay, now you here. Boom. She walk in, change her clothes, walk out.
What?
Go to the movies.
Wait. She don't say nothing to you?
Like, yeah. Geek. I'm leaving. Boom.
What?
Go to the movies with some niggas. End up kissing some nigga. Come back to the jank. Like, come to the church. Get my present. Go to another party. End up kissing this nigga.
The same one.
Some different nigga.
Oh, no.
So then I'm like, so I'm just nah, this ain't gonna never happen to me. This ain't gonna never happen to me again. So that's that. And so I understand where those actions happen. So I was just, but I also feel like, okay, that's even still a shot at myself. Like, I didn't love myself at that point.
Yeah.
That girl can adjust. That girl, even to this, not to this day, but up until 5 years ago, I wasn't able to like be able to be, you know what I mean, 14-year-old me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, because that's real. Because if you don't heal that part, then it's always going to be there, and you're always going to have that same pattern of like, nah, I'm good. Like, keep 6 feet, homie. Keep 6 feet.
Always. Like,
you know?
Keep it safe, but I don't know. I just realized
I'm so sorry that happened to you, though. Like, honestly, that breaks my heart, and that's the start of the hike. Like,
you
the
stop with that shit?
It does.
Stop with that shit. That's crazy.
I love it. Like, no, because I love. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm such a big, like, lover. And, like, it just, I know how that shit feels. Getting your heart broken and, like, having that first heartache. Or that first, like, find out that you got cheated on for the first time. That shit sucks.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I do think yeah. But we give too much to people.
I do agree with you.
We give too much power to people. Like, we give way too much power to another individual who can't, like, we don't know what another individual is thinking on an everyday basis.
Yeah.
And we're expecting this person to, with their weaknesses, with their defaults, with the way that they were raised, with the way that they see the world, like, we're expecting these people to love us in this way that's kind of like niggas ain't never seen. Like, niggas ain't never seen this type of love that you're trying to have people give to you, and you demand of these people, and it's like, well, are you demanding the same passion and love and to yourself? Like, like, I think that's like what it kind of comes down to. And like, when you asked that question earlier, that's what kind of registered to me, even when you texted the topic in Mexico. Like, yeah, that's just what I thought. Like, I was just like, well, I mean, it all comes down to self-love. Like, I'm sad that I lose this person that I care about so much and that I gave so much to, but you not being in my life anymore should not make my life stop.
Agreed.
I love you, that it pains me that you're not in my life anymore, but my life is going to continue. And it should not stop because you're not in my life anymore. And that's where we give niggas too much. Like, you got people that commit suicide,
like, too much power.
After losing like, that shit is crazy to me. Like, that shit is nuts to me. Like, you're gonna not be on this earth anymore because what another person did. Like, which I do get to an extent. Like, I do, but I'm not really wired that way. I understand it because people aren't wired like me. So I get it that people don't see the world how I see it. I just don't. I can't relate to something that I niggas
wouldn't do.
Right. Like, I forgot we had brought up a topic a couple days ago. I forgot what it was. Bam might remember. I think he might forget too. We be doing a lot. But it was some topic.
Like on the lines of like...
It was on the lines of like, oh, no, he wasn't with us. That's what the conversation was with Philly. He asked me if would I gun roulette, like, so pretty much get a revolver, put one bullet in the revolver, spin the revolver,
absolutely not,
shoot it, or get as much money, and how much money would it, like, or how? And I said it would probably, dude, the only number I could think in my head to potentially kill myself is $500 million. But I can't even.
I wouldn't even do.
I wouldn't even do that. Like, I wouldn't even. I can't even fathom to think. There's 1 in 5 chance right now that you're gonna die, and out of those 4 chances that you don't die, you're gonna get $500 million. That shit won't.
That shit can stay on this table.
And niggas like, and Philly, made his point, and I was just like, I hear you, brother, but I just don't think that way. Yeah. Like, I can't think.
Yeah, no.
I don't think,
like, logically, like, try to justify
I'm not gonna be here. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm gonna leave $500 million for my daughter. Like, yeah, fire, cool, but like,
but I feel like she would want you here
way more than that. With way more. Like, I don't. She don't know. She don't right now. I could take her to goddamn SeaWorld, Disneyland, wherever she want to go. We going. I ain't got $500 million.
Yeah, no. The fact that you took her to SeaWorld and stuff like that, that is her $5 million. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that happiness is just like, she doesn't.
But I just love myself too much, and not in a conceited way. Like,
no, I think it's in a healthy way.
I don't see that. And I've gotten to that point. I felt like that for sure. Like,
really?
Or your world's gonna end because you don't have that person in your life anymore.
I felt that. Absolutely. I definitely felt that. But I think the older we get, I think that's where, like what you were talking about, just to piggyback on it, where the work of self comes into play. Yeah. Because it's like, you're right. If you do have a lot of self-love for yourself and self-respect for yourself, then you know, like, okay, look, I love you. But, famous quote from Sex and the City, Samantha, I love you, but I love me more. Kind of a thing. So... I just don't, again, to piggyback off your point, I think that for the cycle to begin at the age we are right now, I think that's where it's like, okay, no, instead of focusing on relationships, you need to focus on yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. We're in a world right now where, everywhere you look, it's relationship quotes and self quotes and relationship this and love this and as when you're a kid, you know what I mean? Girls are wired to want a wedding because of Disney Channel. Like, we're wired, like, off rip before you've ever been to a wedding. You saw that shit on Disney.
You remember
you watched that shit on a movie.
Like that game where like you would predict like who's your husband and
the little play house or like
how many kids you'll have.
How many kids? Like, we're wired from a young age already. So like, I don't know. It's kind of we're kind of set up for failure already.
No, what do you mean?
As far as like anxiety and pressure and all that, like, nigga,
to have somebody?
I got in the car, bro, and my little baby, bro, started talking to me about boyfriend and girlfriend shit.
I started talking about that?
Bruh, she started talking about this like boyfriend girlfriend shit, like, and I'm just looking at her like, and I'm driving her to jiu-jitsu, and I'm just looking like, thinking in my head like,
how am I gonna shake this conversation?
what do I even say to you? Like, I don't even like.
Was she asking you about it? Like, tell her and like.
No, like just telling me like about like this dude, like this girl, and like, and they boyfriend and girlfriend and da 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 da. And I'm just like, okay, well, like, you got any like. You got any boyfriends? You know what I mean? Like, but I'm really not like that. Like, everybody always says it because they see her and they, you gonna be in trouble. But I'm really not. One, like, I'm I'm not the scariest dude, but you know.
You can come over sometimes.
Niggas ain't gonna just be out here just, you know what I mean? That ain't gonna just be happening. But I'm also very, like, she's able to talk to me. And I make it very, like, evident that it's not, like, when we were growing up, our parents be like, oh, I'm not your friend, I'm your parent. Like, don't talk to me like I'm your friend. Like, I'm not your friend, I am your parent, but you could talk to me like I'm your friend. Like, you can understand that, like, I'm here for you and that there's no judgment here. Like, so, you know, she talking to me about that little shit, and I'm not judging. I'm just sitting there just listening, like, trying to understand a fucking 5-year-old's mindset on dating and shit. So I'm just listening, and I'm just like, well, what do you need a boyfriend for? And she's like, I don't have one. I was like, well, okay, but, like, if you want one, what would you need one for? And she was like, I don't know.
Aww.
And I said, okay, well then, if you can't give me an answer, then you don't need to be thinking about having a boyfriend.
Fair.
And it's like, whatever answer you're gonna come up with, before you think of that, think in yourself, can my dad do that for me? So where in that do you need a boyfriend? Now I could have. You don't need no boyfriend and and go off and all that, you know what I mean, and shut it down. And you know, I said some things. I said that, you know what I mean. But I also said some things I probably shouldn't have said, you know what I mean. But like, it's just all of a learning experience. So I was just very like, what is this little girl talking about right now? And it's like, but we're wired at a very young age, like,
to think about relationships and stuff. Yeah.
Right, to stress about shit that we don't need to be stressing about, like.
So I got a question for you.
What up, though?
So now that she planted that seed in your head, because I know you're thinking, when she does get older, what gems are you gonna share to her? And put what game? Like what do you like? You gonna put her up on game, of course.
Right.
What are those gems that you have? You thought about the gems that you want to instill in her, where she's not gonna be played by any dude. Or tolerate anything.
See, I'm all about like
what is it?
Yeah, I tried to understand. I have a problem with this now with my homies and my brothers and shit.
What?
I tried to like prevent shit from happening, and I've realized that like niggas know you're right. And just want to see for themselves. Like, that shit's hot. Let me see.
Let me touch.
You know what I mean? So, like, for her, of course, like, it's definitely gems that I want to give her. Like, to me, like, it's just a fact. Women rule the world. So, but we hear that, but don't understand that. Like, and so I want you to understand that. Like, and that is, that'll get you, like, I don't know, like, I'm a mad scientist, you know?
I was gonna say, can you break that down?
Yeah, I'm black, I'm African American, baby mother's white. Like, that's scripted, that's, like, by design. You know what I mean? Like, I made that because I felt like, okay, as a kid, I just understood where the world is. Like, you have blacks that dominate the entertainment world, wherever you want to look at it. And you have whites that run the world and run the entertainment world. You know what I mean? So, if you can put 2 and 2 together and have someone actually understand both powers and understand who they are in both worlds, then you can create literally a physical specimen, like in a mindset,
like a power being,
in a mindset. So I don't know. I kind of like. So for me, it's always been about structuring your mindset versus learning anything. You know?
That makes sense.
So, like, for example, like, if a little kid fucking... I actually
I hate Sweetie's attitude, but the way that Sweetie is, I like the
break it down because you just
what the Lori Harvey.
Okay.
Lori Harvey, I actually, that is power of
give her flowers.
Understanding power and understanding it in for what you want. So that's why I don't bash any girl that is like that. You know what I mean? Or in any way. So that's kind of my thought process. So knowing that whatever you want, you can go get. Like her mom does a great job. Like I already know how she is. So she's a teacher. You know what I mean? Okay. So their money is how, whatever. Yeah. So my daughter's like, she always wants shit. Always. She always wants shit. And so she's like, all right, you want something? Then you're going to make a lemonade stand and you're going to go sell lemonade. And whatever money you make today, you're going to save some of it and then you're going to go buy what you want. So make sure that what you want was in the comprise, 20, 30, 40% of what you make. You know what I mean? And teaching her the value of how to actually get it. You know what I mean? And then, the understanding that if you want it, you have to go get it. And nobody else is going to get it for you. And it's great for people to, shower you like me. Like, she wants something, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to spend my last dollar to get you whatever you want. You know what I mean? But there's also a fine line between a lesson that needs to be taught and I'm going to get it for you.
So you'll have her experience things, but also just be there to also help her and guide her.
Yeah, I can't prevent anything. Like I can't prevent anything. I can only just teach you a mindset, and the mindset of I don't need anybody to love me because I love me will guide you in so much more in life than anything that I'm gonna tell you that's gonna happen. Yeah. Like, this little nigga at 14 is gonna be horny, so anything he says to you is just about his dick. So I could tell you that all day, and I can from 14 to 23. That's all you're gonna get. That's all you're gonna get. From 14 to 23 is a bunch of niggas that just want to fuck you. So they're gonna say whatever, act however, do whatever to fuck you. And until then, and once they fuck you, they're good. And they're gonna keep doing that. Different versions, different sizes of niggas, different sizes, different shapes. They're gonna keep doing that until you find the nigga that you want to be, till you find what you want. But it's all about till you find what you want, and then loving this man correctly so that you can get what you want, which is a ring at the end of the day. So, but you have to love yourself and know what you want so that these people become valuable to you. Because if you don't know what you want, then anything's valuable.
True, and I think that goes to say too, you're supposed to kind of show someone how to love you. I love myself, so I know how I am, and I know I can tell someone, let's say this is my love language. Let's just keep it simple. Either you can fulfill it or you can't. If you can't, then cool. Kind of just like with your daughter. It's like she will have love for herself. Where she can literally sit there and explain to somebody very blatantly, this is how I need to be loved, and vice versa. And for the dude to tell her, or even let's just put it on me, this is how I need to be loved, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, these are my lines and shit like that, to then be loved properly. But I think that's a conversation that doesn't really get to be had though.
I think it's just, there's a lot of conversations that don't ever be had because we're all afraid of the truth, so.
What, of a love language?
We're just all afraid of the self. The love language is just, in general, every conversation is just things we don't talk about enough of a lot. We don't talk about enough of, but then this love language,
you don't believe in it?
I don't know. You think there's 5 versions of how to of when somebody needs to be loved?
I don't think it's just limited to 5.
There's 5.
But the thing is, though, I do believe, though, it sparks and plants a seed as to there is ways that people need to be loved. And what your version of showing love might not be my version of what it is that I need for me to feel loved. So,
but do you think that's based off of those 5 things? I don't think that those are based off of those 5 things. I think it's like I get what you're saying. You're right. Do I think that those 5 things categorize those? No, that just gives you something that you can look at. True. And be like, yeah, well,
it's a reference point.
But I think it's cap. No one in world, and no, I don't think anyone has one of those things, and that shows them that they feel loved all the time.
Let me ask you this:
it's 5, 3, 4. Oh, I gotta have admiration. I need words. I need niggas to give me gifts. I need, you know what I mean? It's multiple things. It's not just give me gifts and I'm good.
You could be. So let me ask you this: what makes you feel loved at the end of the day? And this could be, and that's the thing with the book too, because I read the book. The book is really good. It was
every man. I could give you an answer, but every man's answer in some form or some, like the deep root of it.
Like what is that?
We're all like mama's boys.
The fuck does that mean?
Everything that whatever a woman is going to, the best a woman can do is what our mom would do. What? Like a form of some, like cook. I want you to cook for me. I want you to do dishes for me. I need my room clean. What do you mean? You looking at me like I'm crazy? Other than sex, what is it that you're not, what a mother.
So if I did all those things, if Shorty did all those things,
she's wifey.
Straight. You would feel loved every single day. You wouldn't need like your back rubbed. I mean, I guess that comes with that. It, but
what you mean? That's that.
What?
What do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you get all points. Well, because if you do, that's acts of service and all this other stuff. I can like categorize like everything into those little.
I want to be loved unconditionally. The only woman that's ever loved you unconditionally is your mother. So the only person that can ever relate, the only thing that you can have to a perfect person is, of course, what you find attractive. But besides of what you find attractive, mentality-wise, is gonna be nurturing in every facet, in every element of life.
From a man's perspective.
What you mean?
Because I want to go deep. I know this is going to be a far left topic if we go on this, but that's something that you can reference. That's a reference point that a man can reference. A woman's not going to expect a man to love me how my mom was to me.
No, you asked me about me.
Well, no, I know.
You didn't ask me how to love you.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like,
you asked me what I need from a woman.
So, okay, that's what you would need to feel loved.
I mean, you can go into deep detail and go into this rat chase of pointlessness, but like the main gist of it is like the only person to ever love you unconditionally is your mother, and you're trying to, and the next person is supposed to be your wife. So you're trying to find some. That's why the mothers and the wives always got some type of something, because it's either something or nothing. You know what I mean? But it's always it's some type of
give and take. But like, okay, if you could only do it to one thing, what would that one thing be? That would be your non-negotiable.
There isn't. Because if somebody just gives me gifts, I'm going to be mad.
Well, you're not a gift person.
I like gifts.
I know you like them. Everyone likes
I like
gifts.
Receiving. No, if you give me something out of nowhere, like, that's what I looked at. Like, if you saw something.
The whole bat thing.
Yeah, you saw a bat at the thing. Like, I'd be like, oh, that makes me feel like, yeah, you're thinking of me. Yeah. That's, and then not even a, like.
Yeah, no.
But if you only get me gifts, I'm gonna look at you like, nigga, what's wrong with you?
Like, I'm not gonna fall in love with your hand. Thank you.
Like, can I get a hug?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Do you wanna just graze across my leg maybe once or twice, and you know,
hold my hand?
Maybe, you know what I mean? But like, don't hold my hand too much. Like, it all comes. Exactly. It doesn't matter. It's all a person. It doesn't.
No, I mean it's personal, but that's the thing. I can't judge what you want. And what makes you feel loved. I can't do that.
No, we have to communicate that. But I don't think love languages is the only way. Like, I don't think those are the confines. I agree that I have to.
No, I agree.
I have to communicate what it is that I need to feel a certain way. But I don't agree that it's like, you know.
narrow down to those 5.
Yeah, those 5. That's crazy.
No, I agree. I do agree. I think there's more than 5.
Just
however
6, 7. It's crazy.
But I'm just saying, like, I guess why I was asking was because, like, I know I will not feel loved in a relationship if there's something that doesn't get met. You can be the nicest person. You can give me a gift.
Absolutely.
I'll appreciate it. But if you don't speak that one language or at least the few that I'm expressing to you that I need, then what are we
doing?
Dating.
And that's fine. I don't think I agree. But that's because you know yourself and you know what you need.
Right.
I don't think it's because you read those love language things and it's like, yeah.
But it sparked a point of, like, maybe I should get to know.
It sparked a point on how to communicate it to somebody else.
That too. And then too, how you got to show people to, like, show them how to love you. And, like, you know. Mm-hmm. But it all starts with self, though. So, I think that's, like, the main thing. But learn yourself, know what makes you happy and makes you feel loved, and then you can kind of, I don't know, this dating pool is, like, weird.
Think so?
A little. I feel like everyone's scared to get played, so everyone has, like, a wall up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think a lot of people just vulnerably have, like, a conversation or, like, hey, I really like you or I really miss you. Like, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
But I think that's a part of kind of circling way back to what we were originally talking about, the cycle. I think that's because there was a chip in the cycle.
But it's always been, I mean, there's more options now, right? Like, I can look on my phone and, like, hypothetically date 6 people. You know, like, if I message this person, and they hit me back, I could date them. Like, back in the day, it was, like, none of that.
No.
Like, it was just like, oh, I have the balls to talk to this one person. She finds me cute. I find her cute.
Let me write this is my number on this
Go on some dates or something. We're married.
Shorty,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
6 months type shit. They don't have that no more, you know? So,
yeah.
Because it's not, I mean, I agree. I think we just have to we have to adjust. And I think we have to adjust in a better way than we're adjusting. I think we're just adjusting in a defense mechanism instead of adjusting into finding results. And everybody's just adjusting that way. Like, let me just put this wall up instead of adjusting and be like, okay, this didn't work, so I'm not gonna put this wall up because this is who I am, but I'm gonna navigate this way or be more precise on who I want to date and who I want to talk to and go through a checklist and this and be okay with being alone. Like, there's not that. When you dating 30 niggas, you mad 30 niggas breaking your heart. You picking the wrong 30 niggas. You just picking 30 niggas. Like, you not even really, like, trying to really
filter out people.
Like, you not even really trying it. It's, this nigga, I think Shorty cute. Oh, he thinks she, whoa.
I think that's a dude thing, though.
It is a dude thing, because niggas don't know they fucking options, and that's back, and they don't have no self-worth or no self-love. And that's the realest shit that I'm going to say on this podcast forever, is niggas don't have no self-love or no self-worth. And that's the problem. And I was talking about the females, but it's everybody. And really it's the niggas, because I'm a nigga, so I'm going to speak on it from the niggas. But, you know, hopefully we get big enough where niggas can actually understand and listen to what I'm saying and actually apply some actual self-discipline and self-work so that they can get the results that they're looking for. You know, it's just too many niggas out here just...
Can I ask you a question, though?
What's up?
What's the self-discipline that you would, like, suggest a dude to have? Because I think this is amazing and great. Because I don't feel like
don't beat your dick. Don't jack off. And don't jack off. Be okay with being alone. And, like, actually be okay with it. Like this is something niggas is still working on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just be okay with being alone. And get up and do something. Like, get up and do something and do that shit for hours. Like, whatever it is, nigga, if it's work, if it's fucking golf, if it's fucking editing, if it's fucking recording, if it's fucking anything. Get your ass up and do something for hours. And just every day. Every day, if your ass don't jack off, be okay with being alone, get your ass up, be active, and work on something that you actually enjoy.
Like your gift.
Everything will line up. Like literally everything will line up. It has to. You're literally doing everything you're supposed to do, like with no distractions. And that's not saying not have fun and go do your shit, but discipline is key, and we lose sight of that lumberjack type mentality. Get up and go chop that wood, or there ain't gonna be no warmth today. It's gonna be cold as hell tonight if you ain't getting up and chopping no wood. So get your ass up and start chopping some wood so that your life is warm. You know what I mean? And what you want to bring in, and everything will happen, man. I think.
Yeah, I think that's great advice. I love that.
That's what I think. My word ain't law. That's what I think.
No, but I'm glad we're having like the conversation, and like you're talking to men about like their mental health and making sure like they find and see their self-worth. Because I think you hear like a lot of women's worth and stuff, and that's a whole nother topic for another day. But I feel like it's important for a man to know his worth.
Well, I think it's important for women to know men's worth too, and I think it's important to understand. I think it's important for everybody to understand their worth and what they bring to the world. And like, I think if that's the case, then we won't have so much problems. Like, you got people that really feel like giving a nigga should break his back for your bare minimum.
What do you mean your bare minimum?
Like, you got girls that give bare minimum to dudes. Like, shoot a good morning text. Won't respond till the afternoon, or can I do this, or can I do that, and they're giving you the bare minimum, and they feel like, because it's crazy, man. It's crazy out in these streets, man. Like
bare minimum.
My homie, so one of my brothers literally is talking to a shorty.
Okay.
This girl literally he texts this girl all the time. Good morning. How you doing? How'd you sleep? When can I see you? Blase, blase, blah.
Initiating conversation.
The conversation happens like, she texts back like once every hour, if that, right? So if he texts good morning at 9 a.m, she'll text back at like 12. Good afternoon. But babe, good afternoon, babe. You know what I mean? Making it feel like, but it goes back to like the self-worth thing. And so that happens. And I forgot where I was going with this story.
You were going with the whole like knowing self-worth and bare minimum that women supposedly give. However.
Yeah, but that's the bare minimum. And then go see him maybe once a week, twice a week, and then same cycle. And niggas are okay with that because that's his only option.
But see, like...
So he gonna be okay with that bullshit. He gonna be okay with that.
But is it bullshit though?
It is bullshit. Who wants to be loved like that?
Well, no. Maybe in the beginning. I mean, like in like the long run, no. Like that obviously needs to change.
You don't think it's bullshit?
But I think there's a reason why women do that though.
Yeah, but they're not communicating it to my bruh.
I think it's because it's not really, your bruh didn't do it. Someone else did.
Right. So
and someone else taught me a lesson that maybe I shouldn't be so, like, quick to respond and maybe so, like, thirsty in this person's eyes.
So instead of being, once again, everyone says we get over shit, but do we? And you bringing some shit that ain't got nothing to do.
I know.
You're bringing some shit that ain't got nothing to do with over here. Not a damn thing. I don't know this nigga, but you bringing it over here. And now you're expecting, and you're saying that you're over it. And instead of having a conversation about it,
I agree.
You're moving in this weird space where you're giving me the bare minimum. And now, bruh, gotta sit here and...
I agree. I'm playing devil's advocate here.
I get you, devil's advocate. But I'm just saying it's cap.
But let me ask you this, though. Have you ever had a girl respond too quick or send you paragraphs and you be like, whoa, like...
If I wasn't... The only time you get that reaction is if you're not fucking with that person anyway.
I agree, but then how... But that's the thing, though. Like, in the beginning, how do you know? How do you know if someone's really fucking with you? How do you know?
How that person is.
Am I supposed to sit here and text you, like...
You don't know.
3 days in saying, hey, are you fucking with me just to, like, have sex with me? Or are you fucking with me because you really want to get to know me? Should, like, those...
Why are you asking any of those questions?
Well, because my whole thing is if you're just having a conversation with me because you just want to get in my pants at the end of the day.
But what?
No, dude, I'm not going to be texting you as soon as you text me back.
Okay, but the nigga's going to lie. So what is the point of asking that question?
So that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so the nigga's going to lie regardless. So are you in it for what his answer is in it, or are you in it to find what you're looking for? You're in it to find what you're looking for, right?
I'm looking for the truth.
He ain't gonna give it to you, so it don't matter what you're looking for. If you're looking for the truth, then go ahead, keep asking them questions. You know the truth, so you don't know. The truth is IDK, so be okay with IDK, because I can't tell you what the answer is. I don't know these niggas. You know what I mean?
I know.
So you don't know, and you can ask them all day, but off of your research and your homework of experiences.
Yeah.
How you know the realistic possibility of that nigga telling you I'm trying to fuck is very slim.
Very slim.
Very slim.
Very slim.
So you understand asking that question is pointless.
No, I agree.
So if you're in it for his answer, then okay, ask away.
I do agree. I think just going back to your bro though and like that situation, the advice I would give to the woman is definitely like show somewhat of interest and don't be too laggy, because then your bro's gonna feel the way he feels if like does this shorty even fuck with me or not,
right?
You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's something that's not also talked about.
I think
is men want to be reassured also.
Facts.
And like just like women, but I feel like women verbalize that they want to be reassured, and I don't think there's a lot of men that verbalize that need. They just react and just like, okay, this girl's not giving me what I need.
But you know why the reaction is the reaction, so they are telling you what they need. Men are always told. I think we forget, and I think that's the problem. Women and men don't understand each other.
Well, yeah, it's too.
And I think that's where the disconnect is, and just everything right now. Is if you tried to understand the opposite sex more than you did, then half the shit that niggas be talking about, we wouldn't be talking about. A nigga is told from the beginning to not show his emotions, not told to cry, to suck it up and be a man. The expectation as a man is to be a wall, to be a rock. Mm-hmm. So if you understood that, then you would understand why even if he feels something, he's going to react in anger. He's not going to react in being able to communicate it unless he's did his work to be able to do that.
That's exactly, okay, I'm happy you mentioned that.
So
go ahead.
If you do your work to do it, then for sure, but that's all becomes self-love, self-understanding,
right? Healing
and all that.
Yeah.
But if you're a normal nigga who is still going to be not okay with expressing his emotions, that as a woman, as his partner, it is your responsibility to understand that, see that, and do what you got to do with it, and to make sure that he doesn't feel that way. And so I don't think that I don't know. It's just like if a woman felt some type of way, if I did something that makes a significant other feel some type of way, and she doesn't, tell me that. It's my job to still understand what, you know what I mean? What I did or what I didn't do. Now, I wish you do tell me.
Of course, and vice versa.
You know what I mean? But I still have to, I don't know. I think we have to be more understanding of our surroundings. And I feel like if you love your nigga and care about your man and care about how he thinks and how he goes to sleep and all that, then if somebody reacts some certain way, you shouldn't be like, oh, why are you always reacting in anger? And be like, look, I see you, I hear you, this is what you're mad about. Is this what you're mad about? Then he'll tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I feel that. Even though...
What?
I don't think they tell them all the time. They express their feelings, even if a woman were to go to them and say, like, I see you're frustrated, I see you're pissed off. What's going on?
No, you know what's going on. You're asking a dumb question. That's how he's going to respond.
Really?
Yeah. I just told you he don't want to tell you what's going on. Now you asking him to tell you what's going on.
Because it's just like this. It's like, how the fuck... like you said earlier, you're your own person.
For sure.
There's own thoughts in your own brain.
Absolutely.
I don't know what the fuck... I didn't know on your way to Trader Joe's,
right,
a mother ever cut you off, almost hit you, the new car you just bought, and you're coming home furiated through the damn door. I don't know that, but all I know is you ain't fucking with me. You just not even expressing to me like, yo, some shit just really pissed me off. I need a minute. Do you know what I mean?
And niggas need to do better with that.
Like,
I agree.
You know?
I agree.
But, yeah, I think it comes down to communicating.
Everything's about communicating.
It's true.
All this shit's about communicating.
It's true.
And being okay with being wrong and being okay with hearing somebody say, you hurt my feelings. Like, we be so not wanting to disappoint other people that we don't want to, that's what it is when niggas lying. I don't want to disappoint you. Like, I don't want to, a girl, and that's the thing that goes back to my daughter, knowing your worth. If she don't have, women don't have to lie. They do not have to lie. If a girl, straight up, the baddest girl on the planet, your dream girl, came up to you and told you, I got 5 boyfriends. You can be my 6th.
Oop.
You know what that nigga gonna do? Line up and be that 6th.
Shut the hell up.
Line his ass up and be that 6th.
No.
Alright.
Some dude that just can't get any? Or like a dude that just what? Like.
Shit. Ask Drake. his dream girl. And if she came up to that nigga and said, I got 6 boyfriends. You could be 7.
Really?
He gonna work hard to be the only one. His thought process isn't gonna be, I'm not gonna fuck with shorty because she got 6 niggas. A nigga feels like a girl's thought process will be that. So I'm gonna lie.
Wow.
I say that all the time. I just said it in options. It's the same thing with options.
I know we talked about options, but it's still flabbergasted. Like, women don't hear that. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially from another dude. Like, a woman doesn't sit here and hear, like, we got so many options out there. Like, yeah, you hear that that saying, you got plenty of fish in the sea, but what?
The last part.
Women need to ask.
I can't read right now for some reason.
Oh, you want me to read it out loud?
Yeah, you can.
It says, women don't need to ask a mother effer any questions if they, the woman, are asking themselves first what it is they really want. Respond accordingly. I don't think I get it. Women don't need to ask a mother effer any questions if their woman is asking themselves first what it is that they really want.
That sound like Da Vinci Code. I think you might need to retext that shit.
I don't know. That's what I think from what, if I could break that down and again, like, send that message back. But I think it's, if you tell me what you want from jump, then I can go ahead and address that. Either I can give it or I can't. Is that really what that's saying? I'm a little confused.
Say it again.
If you and Shorty were dating, 2nd date, 3rd date, hell a month, and then you guys realize this is something serious that you guys want to be in, I'm assuming through that process of dating, you would explain to Shorty, and vice versa, this is what I need from you as a woman in my life.
I'm lost, mama.
I am too, low-key. I'm trying to make sense of it.
I'm lost.
I think it's just a matter of when you first start dating someone, or when you start dating somebody and you actually see potential in this person to invest in. I think it's just being open about your wants and not wants, how you communicate, how you don't communicate.
Yeah.
What you're going to tolerate, what you're not going to tolerate.
Shout out to the people watching.
Yeah, because I...
Shout out to all the people watching that just came in with that question and more questions. I'm going to be real. The fuck are you talking about?
It was a little confusing.
I was lost and I couldn't read it, so I had to pass it down to a very high grade point average person. You know what I mean? And she still didn't get it either.
I don't understand it. I tried. I tried to even make sense.
She did. She babbled for 2 minutes to try to make your nonsense make sense. It's okay.
It's still love.
It's still love.
But I guess, okay, just kind of wrapping and just going full circle with this whole thing.
Yeah.
The cycle, is that something someone can avoid or not? Okay, so I'm going to read this out loud.
Yeah.
Women don't need to ask a man if he's into them or want to fuck, because women know what they're looking for, whether they want to fuck or be in a relationship. So why do you need to ask? So I think she's commenting on what I was saying.
Okay.
Which was, what is it that you want from me? Like, are you looking to just fuck or are you looking to date?
Okay.
She's saying that I shouldn't have to ask that question.
Okay.
Because I know what I want.
Okay.
So why am I gonna basically put the ball in your court to tell me and dictate to me how you want this relationship, like how you want this, what path to go on?
Right. I get that, but I can play devil's advocate to that.
Go ahead, please. Oh, do
in your defense, I could be in that defense. Yeah. Well, in your defense, I can say, well, I don't know that nigga's perspective. I don't know his motive. Yeah. So if I'm asking, regardless of what I want, even if it's to be in a relationship with someone, they can. And that's the thing where people be like, I'm going to hold out, right? Mm-hmm. Like, people be like, oh, I'm going to change my mindset and be like, I usually fuck.
Oh, on the first night, but I'm not going to do it.
I'm not going to fuck on the first night.
I'm going to wait a week. Maybe 2.
Maybe a month or 2. And I be just really thinking, like, you really think that shit going to work?
A dude told me that.
Like, you really think that shit going to work? Like, if I just want to fuck, I'm going to wait 5 months to just fuck. And once I fuck, it's it. It don't matter if you wait 2 weeks, a week, a
you
day.
Just basically prolonged
prolonged
what the aftermath would be.
Now you're in love with me. And I'm now I'm an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm a dickhead because I played this game for so long.
But why does there need to be a game? That's my point.
Because you don't want to.
But that's my point, though. That's
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
I am.
It's not it's simple. It's simple. Niggas ain't thinking with their head. They thinking with their head.
At our age right now?
Niggas is just... At our age right now, niggas is still horny. Niggas is still niggas.
I mean, girls are horny too, but you don't sit here
Okay, but you can call up 5 dudes right now on your phone right now.
Why do you gotta do that?
And you can. It don't matter. It don't matter if it's a girl that looks like Booger Wolf. She could call 5 dudes right now and be like, yo, I want dick. Who wants to pull up?
It goes back to that whole options thing.
A nigga can't do that. A nigga can't call 5 people. I mean, you know, some niggas can, but niggas can't call on a everyday nigga can't call. A wildebeest ass nigga can't call 5 bitches and be like,
wow. Okay.
Come slide. Like, that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
I get it. So there's no solution to that then.
To what?
Basically, you play Russian roulette with the fact that you don't know if this dude or female just wants to fuck or wants to date. You essentially have to basically put yourself out there, go through the dates.
Dating?
Huh?
Isn't that dating? I'm confused on what's dating. You asking me a question like that ain't the definition of dating.
I mean,
all this shit Russian roulette.
I mean, it is. But I feel like right now, though, like with the whole like, I mean, I haven't been on any dating apps, so I don't know how it works. Yeah. But I'm just from what I've heard, they've become like damn near just hookup.
Everything is what you make it.
Yeah.
So if your thought process, I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's tough, man. It's tough.
I think to kind of comment off of her, it just came to my head right now, is like, you have your own standards of like what you think. Where was I going with this? Basically, if I know if I'm looking for a relationship, I know there's things that a person who, in my mind, what a dude would do to be in a relationship would do. So if you're not doing those things without me even saying anything, like, maybe I might nudge and be like, hey, let's go on a date, or hey, like, I do like flowers, or like I do kind of like when we just spend just one-on-one time, like going hiking or whatever. Right. If you don't do those things,
then why are you still talking to this person?
Exactly. So then, therefore, there's no need for me to ask the question. Facts. Are you here? So I get what Shorty's saying. Facts. I get what Shorty's saying.
100%. But that's what I was saying. Why are you asking?
That's what I'm saying. So like, I get it. Okay, so now
I'm asking anything.
I'm on a train. I get it.
Why are you asking anything? You know what you want. If that person isn't in that ballpark of giving you what you want, you see it. The fuck about a dodge? Why are you heartbroken about that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't but that's what I'm saying. This is dating is Russian roulette.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Isn't that what the fuck this like? Like, that's what it's like. It sucks that it is that way, I guess, but like that is what it's supposed to be. Like,
so okay, this is like a perfect thing. So maybe next episode.
Yeah, we can segue it to close it out to the next episode.
I want to talk about multi-dating.
Okay.
And what it has, like the effects that it has on your mental. Is it a good thing to do? And like, you know, since we're playing Russian roulette here, might as well have bodies. No, I'm just kidding.
Get the bodies in.
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm down to talk about that for sure.
But you know, I think just cycles sometimes people just go through, but like you were saying, don't allow one person to change the trajectory of how you're going to move.
Yeah, I think it's all about self-love, self-discipline, knowing what you want, knowing what you want from someone else, how you want to be loved, and being able to communicate those things to someone else.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you can do those things, then I don't think the cycle will continue.
Yeah, it won't.
You know,
you'll get out of it. You'll pop out of it.
Like, that's like saying we gonna be in a whole streak for our whole lives. Like,
yeah, no.
I don't think that's a.
Some people stay there. If you want.
I feel bad.
I do too.
I feel bad.
But it's a choice.
It is.
At the end of the day.
It is.
So with all that said, I think we're like over time.
Yeah, definitely over time.
And everything. But I appreciate everybody who was.
Yes, we got it. Thanks. Appreciate you.
Heart emojis.
My dog.
I love it. But yeah, I think that wraps up.
Yeah.
Episode 2.
Episode 2 of J&J Podcast. We'll see y'all next week.